First, I would like to thank organizer NCPI, okay, for allowing me to present my little experience in publication in High Impact Journal. And of course, the organizer, Nadia, Norul, all the RMC staff. Welcome my fellow friends from, I think, many places. I saw someone from Pakistan, and after this, maybe you need to, we can get to know each other. I'm very excited this morning to share you my little experience on publishing in social science high index journal, sharing experience of high COE. Okay. Okay, basically these are my presentation outline. I'll start with publication in high impact journal, publish or perish, choosing the right journal, what is original article and publication tips. Okay. Okay, so what is actually H-index or H-index? Actually, first, H-index is a combined productivity, number of paper produced and impact, the number of citation in a single number. That is actually H-index. So people are looking for journal with high H-index. So today we are going to see how to look at the list or a list of journal that is considered as having high H-index. Then what is impact factor? Some people mention H-index, others using the words impact factor. Wow, it's really confusing, right? So impact factor is actually the mean number of citation of article within 2 years. Okay. So high impact factor journal normally is the one which have highly citation by others. It's not self-citation. Okay. So why is it important to publish in high impact journal? Okay, of course, number one is visibility. If you choose journal which less H-index, of course, the visibility is going to be less. So, and also it increases the chance of citation. Okay, and at the end of the day, people will ask you how many citation you have so far. So this kind of question really encourage you or promote you to publish in high impact or high index journal. And number three is because of recognition. Okay, normally people, if they publish in H1 or the high impact journal with quarter one or Q1, they will be very proud, make announcement, share in the Facebook. So it's something that actually we are proud of actually. Okay. And also for promotion purpose, if you are moving from the for 52 to 54, 54 to VK7, they will check how many high impact journal and how many citations. So having to choose high impact journal is actually very important. And of course, some university, they give impact, some what do you call it? Perks for publishing in high impact journal. Last time I remember they pay, like if you publish in Q1, they pay you up to 5,000 last time, but now no more. And of course, because of university reputation, and now currently UiTM is busy collecting evidence for our MIRA 2019 MIRA. We will see that this publication in high impact journal will bring more marks to the university. So these are, where do I get this? Is from Simago. I Google Simago, www.SCIMAGO. So I asked them to rank the high H-index journal according to the highest to the lowest. The keyword I use is business management and accounting. These are the list, but actually I cut and paste. I remove number 3, 4, 5 because the journal is very niche and not many people can go into that. But Journal of Finance, see, look at the H-index, 264. Journal of Financial Economics, 223. Journal of Human Resource, 92. Academy of Management Journal, 283 H-index. Okay, so this is very good. If one of you can actually publish in one of these journal, you will be the first UiTM lecturer able to publish in this journal, or maybe not the first in UiTM. In fact, the first in Malaysia, and of all you know, the first in Asia maybe, because I believe look at the impact edge index is very difficult, I think, but I have no experience. I just showed this because I want to show you how high can the journal have for the edge index. So it can be very high. But of course, publish or perish. As a researcher, you are expected to start publishing early in your career. So not having publication will jeopardize your future prospects, right? So if the journal that I listed just now is your target, maybe you end up with perish. Because I believe it is very difficult, but we should try. To me, in publication, we have to look at both quality and quantity, because you look at Myra, they want quantity, and at the same time, quality. Quality, they look at the number of citation. Quantity is the number, so you have to have both. So having to try the journal that I listed earlier is good, but at the same time, don't worry. This does not mean that you have to wait to publish in that super high impact factor journal. And I give you options. So these are among the options that we have. But of course, among you, I actually cannot see how many of you in the class. So I may know that some of you, you text me last night. I know someone from Russia interested to join. I know he's actually into a journal that is very high impact factor, but today's is not into that high, because I believe we should try somewhere. We start low, okay? So basically what I want to show here is the indexing agencies. The most common one is WOS, then we have ERA, ABDC, and also Scopus. So this is what we are going to focus on. Of course, this is not the only indexing you should go for. In Myra, I think they accept ERA, ABDC. Of course, this is what very good, WOS. So today I will list down only journal listed under Scopus. Maybe next time with other in other session, we should go for other indexing agencies. So before I move on to next slide talking about Scopus journal, maybe I should introduce you my RE2 journal. In RE, we have two journals, Asia Pacific Management Accounting Journal and Management and Accounting Review. This is the old name, Malaysian Accounting Review. And this journal, they want to upgrade into Scopus. They ask us to rebrand the name of the journal from Malaysian Accounting Review to Management and Accounting Review. Okay, so that inshallah Dr. Intan is working hard, and this journal is soon to be in Scopus. But these two journals are in ERA. Maybe for a start, if you think Scopus is a bit too difficult, go for this one, ERA, ABDC. Okay, so I promote Ali journal for a while. Okay, next. Just now the list of journals that have very high H index. So if you can go for that, it is very good. I strongly encourage. But the one I listed here is actually journal. I actually print screen. In fact, I print screen from Scopus publication under my name, Jamaliah. So I key in my name. First, I go for Scopus. You can do that. Actually, you go to www.scopus.com. Then you can ask for any name. Okay, in my case, I check my Scopus publication. Then I key in Jamaliah site and they list down all the publication. But for you all, you can see only the latest 10, if I'm not wrong, the latest 10 or the highest cited 10. You can choose the highest cited 10 or the latest 10. So here I print the latest 10 article. Why do I want to show this? This is because these journals are good. not very difficult, not like the one I mentioned earlier. Okay. Okay, I take the first example. This journal is known as Journal of Financial Crime. Okay, the H index is 18. It is in Q2 Scopus. So I think this is good enough. At the same time, you can try the other journal just now with H index 150. But as I mentioned, quantity is as important as quality. So if you think the article is of medium level quality, you can try this journal. I hope Afzal is in this group, hopefully. So it's not very difficult to publish in Journal of Financial Crime if you have your article related to governance, quality of governance. This article can accept related to accountability, integrity, ethics, what else? This transparency, this journal can accept those kind of article. I encourage this journal, the reason because first my boss, Prof. Norma, she submitted into this journal and the journal accepted. So I thought, wow, this is good. So what happened after that, we make sure at least one RE fellow submit to this journal because it is durable, it's not very taxing. I mean, the way the review is okay. The only problem with this first journal is they take so long to publish online. This article just published 2020. It was accepted, I think, early 2019. So they sent us the acceptance letter. In fact, this article actually prepared by Afzal, my PhD student. And it is not actually original article, it is a review. Look at the title of the article, Organizational Fraud, a discussion on the theoretical perspective. It's only a discussion paper, won't accepted in this journal. So you can imagine if student can write this and accepted in this journal, I strongly believe yours can be, can be published in this. And it's free, it's free, it's by Emerald. Okay, next article is International Journal of Innovation, Creativity and Change. This is in Q3. I think later on I will summarize the impact factor. So this one also possible, and this one written by student also, Nik Hirda. Okay, the third journal I want to share is Social Responsibility Journal. This is actually H index there 23. Okay, the reason I put here, this is actually my name. That's why I just circle here, put the arrow to show that the one I show is journal yang it's not very niche, meaning anyone on CSR, any research on community-based research can be accepted in this journal, and it is not very difficult. I can say that we need to do little amendment for this, okay? And only the first paper here is the review paper, the rest are original paper. Original meaning we have to conduct the research, okay? After this, I will explain what is original. So, I hope if those who have articles in your hand, or you can look at this journal, see which journal is suitable to the title of your paper. Also, these are more of example. Remember just now I got one in Journal of Financial Crime 2020. In 2019 also I got a paper accepted in Journal of Financial Crime. This paper written by Sohail. Sohail is now in Perth University in ECU. He used to be our fellow, and again, the moment we submit, we receive a positive response saying that the paper is acceptable at their current state. But they take so long. I think this one we submit 2019 and they publish in we submit in 2018, they publish in 2019. Okay, so entrepreneurship Next one, entrepreneurship and sustainability issues. International Journal of Business and Management, signed IJBMS. Okay. So I would like to share also experience of ARI. What happened in ARI? We make sure everyone publish. So I think we have to facilitate lecturer to publish. So what happened at the same time, apart from that journal just now, we try to request for special issues. Some university like those in Indonesia, I think we have a few audience from Indonesia, they don't like the idea of special issue, but in Malaysia, I don't see that is a big issue. Okay, so what happened, we can actually try special issue. This Global Journal of Takafah. So we wrote to this managing editor of this journal. So they accept special issue for 2018 from ARI. So we produced 15 papers from ARI. This is actually Q2 journal. Kita panggil GJAT. GJAT is actually Q2 journal. So automatic ARI produce in one issue, ARI produce 15 articles from GJAT. Okay. So what happened? You can try the same thing because I noticed GJAT produced special issue 2018 with us, ARI. 2019 they produced also another special issue. I am very sure 2020 they will produce another special issue. Go for this. But I think they prefer article number one with Islamic issue or religious issues to be specific. So if you can, those from Universitas Islam Indonesia, those from HICOE, you can actually collect 15 papers, write to managing editor of that, request for special issue. This is H index dia rendah. H index for but why don't we start somewhere? And the what you call that? It is on cultural issue. It is in quartile 2 Scopus. So this is another journal you should try. Or maybe try this one. International Journal of Innovation, Creativity and Change. Okay, I went to sport science faculties and they asked a team of ARI to guide them on how to publish in that journal. I noticed most of the lecturers we have actually students to produce thesis and from that convert into a paper. And again, you can write to them for special issue. This one, they wrote to me yesterday, Saturday. So Saturday was 2 days ago. I checked my email. I said, they say like, okay, you are cordially invited to submit paper to publish regular issue of IJICC. And this is Scopus Q3, H index 3. If you have papers that you are not very confident to publish, why don't you try this? Okay. Okay, these are more list of journals. I choose journal that is the name is very generic, meaning any paper can go into this. Okay, so far any issues, questions? Can I go on? Okay, yeah. Okay, these are the rest of the more journal that actually Aryan does publish in this journal. Why I list this journal and share with you all? These journal are okay. They can easily accept paper of not very good, but of course not that bad. As long as you follow what they should have, introduction or the format, they can be accepted by this journal. The first journal is Journal of Business. I have one in here. It's not very difficult. It takes less than 1 year. Journal of Cleaner Production. I think my colleague, I hope he is here. He liked to publish in this. And I checked with my student, Naila, he got one paper in this journal. It takes 6 months. 6 months to get published in Journal of Cleaner Production. It is in Q1. I think 6 months is not bad, right? Next one, entrepreneurship and sustainability issue. Also, I have one paper in this, the one I showed earlier. So it's in Q1. H-Index 12. Okay. Corporate governance, I don't have this. I know my friend Prof Zhu, he has in this. I think it's durable. H-Index 70. And this is another journal that I want to share with you. Humanomic. Humanomic, now they rebrand, but I googled SIMAIGO just now, they still use the old name, Humanomic. But the new name is actually International Journal of Ethics and System Information. Okay, these are you print after this, letak on the whiteboard in front of you to match your topic with this journal or which journal. The reason I list because I know this journal are okay. That's why I list. I can list you the hard one, the first one just now with impact factor 250, but why don't we start small? I assume audience are actually early stage of publication, but those who are very established, don't look at this journal. Good. The one I want to mention just now, Humanomic. Yeah, Humanomic is a must try journal. Why do I say this? Because I remember I sent 3 times of different year. I don't like to have my my paper published in the same journal, same year definitely. So every time I submit, accepted without amendment. And it is in Q2. Of course, H-Index is 14, but why not? Okay. Another one is Polish Journal of Management Studies. This again, H-Index not very high, 11, but it's in Q2. Why not? Done. Because in ARI, the good thing about ARI, KPM, of course, they ask for citation. That is different issue that we have to handle later. Now they want to see number of publication in Q1, Q2. Okay, so we aim for this. Not very difficult, but still within the context of Q1, Q2. Okay. Next one, Journal of Financial Crime. Just now I said here, if you have paper related to accountability, governance, integrity, please try this. Okay. It was in Q3, now it's in Q2. And Pertanika, I do not know how are you going to handle this because this belongs to UiTM. Last time they used to be very fast. Maybe because of now they are in Q3, they are a bit slow in processing. But this one, the last journal, International Journal of Financial Research, you must try this. Why do I say this? Because I think this is moving to Q3 soon. And if you go to SIMAIGO, you will not see this journal. You need to go to Scopus, www.scopusjustnow.com. Then you will see this journal, International Journal of Financial. I can see the trend of this journal moving from Q3 to Q4 to Q3. So can try this one, those who have issues related to financial lah. Okay. So the list, one I list is very, some of the general are very niche, narrow, title here, but some very general and one can publish. Okay. So how to publish in high index journal? So of course, it's very common advice lah. Everyone will you must select a real challenge problem. So make sure when you write the introduction, sometimes the problem is not so big, challenge it's not so, issue is not so big, but the way we write it as if it is so good. Okay, then you have to formulate the problem so that the readers able to actually appreciate the significance of the problem. So at the end, you must propose a solution with high degree of novelty, and of course, be careful you write. Don't make any mistake or anything. That one I will discuss later. The do's and the don't in publication of high index journal. So okay, it's very wordy a bit, but I'm going to give you the note, the slide. So here is the advice from stage 1, data collection. Second, in the data collection, what they do and they don't. In number 2, avoid silly mistake in the paper. Don't make mistake. You're not supposed to make mistake. So that's why we have like 3 authors, 4 authors in one paper. The reason is each of them have to make sure. Okay, the first one, like there is error, the second one must clean up all the error, the third one must make sure the work is error-free. So the data analysis, you must be careful. The best is you follow article near to your article. So if that article can be published, why not yours? So you follow how the format of their writing. Then they say present your work nicely, avoid English error. This is a very logical advice. Here is another message: don't send incomplete work to any quality journal. Okay, so again they remind on the English. So these are the tips that you merit because it's very okay. How to choose the right journal? I already list down all the journal that is, I don't use the word easy, but durable, durable. So first you have to research the journal in your field. Okay, if you are from social science, the journal that I listed just now mostly related to social science, and I hope it is within your field. So you have to go to the journal first, look at the scope of the journal, and of course, if you have one article in your hand, you choose which the title of it to match with the journal, and you can choose the journal type, niche. Just now, the one I listed most are very broad. There are many type of article, Some review article. Remember the first article I mentioned published by my student, 2020? That is a review article. There is no data, nothing whatsoever. He just reads through his theory and condemning the theory, critically criticizing the theory. That was accepted in Q2. So this is review article, and we have many type of article, but what we are going to focus today is original research article. Original, yeah. HD student, master student, definitely all this group. All thesis must be original research article. So what is original research article? Original research article are published in scientific literature and original. Researchers have to conduct research on topic, bring experiment, distribute technique, data, research, prepare report, distribute literature, original research articles.
Dr. Sabaria, turn off mic, please.
Boleh? Ada issue? Yang unmute, can you mute yourself for a while? Okay, dari sementara tu kita bagi break I received a question. Salam Prof, I think this question from Jakarta. Wow, far away Salam Prof, I would like to ask about journal that if any journal rank in Simago but doesn't exist in Scopus. Wow, not very likely. Appear in Simago but does not exist in Scopus. Not very likely. You better check Simago. If it is not in Simago, it is in Simago, but the Simago will tell you what you call that? Scopus from 2010 to 2014. It means it is delisted from Scopus, then it is no longer in Scopus. You get what I mean? It is in Simago, but be careful the coverage period of that journal. The coverage period may end 2014. That's why you didn't see it in Scopus list. Okay. That's a journal that has good quality. Wow. Because several journal that has good quality in Simago but does not index in Scopus, not very likely. So the best is to refer to Scopus list. Don't refer to Simago. I like to refer to Simago because Simago is very nice. Simago prepare everything. They tell you the edge index, the everything. But the correct website to refer for Scopus Journal is Scopus List, yeah. Okay, I continue. What do original research article do? Okay, original research article. Laju pula ya. Okay, what do original research article do? Number one, okay, why do I put my photo here? The reason I put my photo here, this is original article. The title of the article is Integrating Religiosity into Fraud Triangle Theory. Finding on Malaysian police officer. So actually, everyone is talking about fraud triangle theory, nothing new. It's very difficult to get new thing in fraud triangle theory. So what happened in this research, we claim it as original research. We integrate new thing, new ideas, that is, we integrate religiosity into the theory and we test. So the process is like normal process. You review literature. We found that there is so much article on fraud triangle. Then what should we do? We find new ideas, integrate into, do literature research, develop instrument to collect the data, distribute the data, analyze the data, then conclude whether the theory is relevant in the context of Malaysia or is in the current situation, because the theory, fraud triangle theory, was developed in, I think, 1950. 1950 is too old, right? So that's why we feel that this is original article. So what happened? Recently we won Emerald Literary Award 2018, and myself and Dr. Razana together with student. Okay, so first you have to introduce original research idea. Of course, it's difficult to get new idea in fraud triangle theory. So what is the new thing? So integrate one item only, religiosity. So you have to report the new discovery. So we say that the fraud triangle theory is good, but it's incomplete. So if you can integrate one more element, it become new knowledge, new thing. So this is the good thing about original research. It's easy to add new thing, small thing to a existing one, so that it is your contribution. Okay, so characteristic of original research article, it is written by the researcher who actually conduct the study. Okay, we have to conduct the study. Distribute questionnaire. You cannot just based on other people's article, you review or no, it is not original. It must be done by the team. It has a defined structure. It includes hypothesis, research question, background study, method, result, interpretation, discussion, conclusion. So this is what we are going to focus today. Report research finding, interpret the research finding, and discuss possible implication. Okay. How to write an original research article? Most researchers are nervous or confused about writing original research article. The best approach is to go to step by step. Okay, go step by step. First, choose the right research question. Now, if you are talking about what is the right research question, everyone is talking about COVID. In fact, a lot of grant, instant approval if the area is on COVID. And in, I think, Ministry of Higher Education also offer research on grant on COVID-19. Okay, so but you have to choose the right research question that you think that is highly sought after now. After completing your research, you have to structure your article, format your article. That's why before you format the article, you have to read the requirement of the chosen journal. Before starting your research, you have to follow this step. Okay, choose the right research question. Just now, do a literature search. Okay. Okay. Do a literature search. You cannot begin your research until you have decided what you want to do. Just now, I give example of integrating religiosity. I already decided I want to put religiosity into this new dimension. Or you may think of something else. Don't put religiosity. I already explore into it. Maybe you take its ethical value, and integrate into the whatever existing theory. Okay, so you must read the literature search. This one you read okay, yourself. I'm going to give you this slide. Still on literature review. literature search, because for you to prepare high impact journal, I would high quality article, I believe minimum of 20 literature search, 20 latest within 3 years, I mean latest of literature search to provide strong support for your original article. Okay, how to write? Title, of course, this the format that you have to have. First, you have to have the title, then affiliation, then abstract, keywords, content, acknowledge, and of course the. So what should be the title? Title normally shouldn't be more than 15 words. They say that title must be brief, short, sharp, describing the whole paper. Okay. Okay. I remember there is suggestion, I think. I see. The way you will put the title, it must be catchy enough. For example, this one, the first paper we sent and what we receive a good comment. Our title is very straightforward. Free cash flow and asset utilization under different companies' ownership structure. It sounds very dull, right? Nobody wants to read on that. But the moment we change into the moderating effect of ownership structure on the relationship between free cash flow and asset utilization, they accept the article. So the title itself shows something new. The first title, the proposed title, is very dull. Everyone knows about that. But in that, actually, if you read carefully, there is new element, that is the moderating effect. What is the impact of ownership structure on these two relationships? But we don't highlight it. We don't incorporate that, the gap that in the title. So having title that is something new is good. For example, I just share my experience last week. I have a friend, I think Pak Agus is here, hopefully, from Universitas Islam Indonesia. Our area is corporate. We prepare paper on corporate governance. Corporate governance is very complex. So what happened when we changed the title into new finding in Indonesia? So at that point, suddenly the journal says, okay, we just add a few more things, then the paper is accepted. So the title is like something corporate governance and something, and new finding from Stock Exchange of Jakarta. The word new finding is very good actually in that for that particular article, and is already accepted, and inshallah it's going to be published in September. So careful the title, make sure the title is so like wow, catchy. Okay, after that the affiliation, you have full name, provide the university, and if you are from UiTM, make sure you put university, technology, Mara, don't translate into English. Okay. Okay, this is common thing. Okay, affiliation, okay. Add title page, keyword, you shouldn't have too many keywords. 5 keywords is just nice. And maybe mention also if RMC sponsor the grant, say somewhere in the article, so that at least you acknowledge what they give to us. Okay, then abstract, make sure it's between 100 and 300 words, I think. So some article journal they say 300, some say you just look at the journal you are going to choose and follow the instruction. So in the abstract you have to have introduction statement, why you do that, if you then objective, scope or methodology, finding, conclusion. So these are the 5 things, 5 must thing you should have in the abstract. Okay. Then this is sample or abstract. I'm not reading you this, but these are Emerald style. The good thing about Emerald Journal, they have this question when you want to submit your paper, they have a template, you have to fill in. What is the purpose of your study? What is the methodology? What is the finding? What is research implementation? What is practical implication? Very sharp. The question is very sharp and you have to explain it in a very short and sweet sentence so that it end up with 150 words only. Okay, introduction, it should be not more than not more than 2 pages. Introduction should provide insight to the current or past problems, should set up study question explaining why the topic is important, so the gap of what is already known and what still has to be answered. It should be written within, I would say, less than 2 pages. 1 to 1.5 page is quite common for many journals. May also refer to development in the methodologies. You have to explain that a bit briefly. Provide comprehensive literature review, at least 150 to 20. Again, I mentioned 15 to 20 reference. That is the latest reference. At the end of the introduction section, you must highlight what is the objective for your study. So after completing your research, okay, follow this step. Structure your article. How to structure your article? So these are the structure, yeah. Kena ada title, keyword, abstract, introduction, method, result. I missed one more here actually. Just now I thought I edit. That is the literature review section, eh? After introduction, literature review. Some studies or some papers, they combine literature review and hypothesis development. This is for original paper, eh? Because we are focusing original paper today, this morning. So you have introduction, 1.5 pages, then move on to literature review and hypothesis development, maybe make it another 1.5 pages. Then go on to method, result discussion, conclusion, reference. The rest are the makeup, appendix, knowledge, footnote, table, okay. Okay, format your paper. I'm not going to read this, but it must follow the choice of article that you are going to choose. Okay, and of course, some of the journal now, they want you to upload the paper online, so you don't need cover letter. But in fact, some of the journal yang ada upload online, they still insist on some sentence from you, so you have to tell them why the paper is so good, what is the significance of the paper, tell them that this paper has not been previously submitted somewhere else. Maybe I should say this. Last night in ARI, we have to journal, I mentioned just now. You don't send one single article to many journal at the same time, please. You know what happened last night? We discover there is one article published in our Asia Pacific Management Accounting Review. The paper is accepted for April issue. We almost upload the journal, the article online. And of course, last week, before we upload, of course, we ask final permission from the authors. We send acceptance letters. Okay, we are going to upload end of the month. So suddenly we receive an urgent email, important urgent email from one of the author telling, please do not upload the paper because their paper they already submit somewhere else and that article has been accepted in the other journal. So the rest of our team is like so upset. And of course, we spend time sending article to blind review to get back the blind review is not easy. They made amendment, return it back to us. We send back to reviewer. Then we have to do English editing. Then we have to do formatting. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Suddenly we have to pull out because he's not responsible enough. He sent the article somewhere else together with our journal. So it look maybe the other journal is better in terms of H index or impact factor or anything, or end up he asked us to not to upload his paper. So of course, our colleague Dr. Ramesh is good enough to write I would say a beautiful love letter to warn this kind of author, and we are going to blacklist this author and we are going to share with our accounting community so that people knows this kind of author, we don't tolerate this unethical behavior. Okay. So again, final advice, read the journal before you submit, follow submission guideline carefully. Here, do not submit an article to more than one journal at the same time. Okay, so when you get feedback, when you submit, you get feedback. So there are many possibility of the feedback. So you may major problem or minor problem or rejected. Okay. So what you need to do is simple. Answer each point raised, because the review will tell you, number one, what is the comment, introduction, title not very clear, introduction lack of issues, literature review, they will comment. You cut and paste the comment, put in table, you handle one by one, then you return back to the reviewers. But in the worst case scenario, if it is rejected, consider reviewers comment, take the comment, and amend it, send it somewhere else. Okay, so these are the possible outcome, right? In RE, our journal, we say accept as submitted, very rare. But I remember I told you we have two journals, Humanomic and Journal of Financial Crime. That two journal is very good. They like to accept our paper as it is. That's why I want you to publish in there. But I do not know now. We did that last year, but still I believe not very difficult. So that one is accept with minor revision. Number 3 is accept with major revision. And of course, number 4 is rejected. So why paper got rejected? Of course, there are many reasons. These are among the reasons. Article not ready, only draft. Manuscript poorly prepared, too short or too long. For social science, I would think 10 to 12 pages, what you call it, single spacing is just nice. Nothing new is stated or found. Sometimes you can, your article actually, there is a lot of new thing, but the way you put you sentence it, you do not know how to highlight the significance of your finding. You don't actually highlight the gap of the study. So that is the problem, the way we write actually. Not so much of there is no new thing in the article, but the way we sentence it, not very clear that it is a new thing actually. So not a proper journal article, meaning sometimes you send the article is not matched with your journal, they are going to just reject the article. Okay. Lack of theory, sometimes some journal they ask for theoretical support. So, but the one I mentioned earlier, the one I listed earlier, they don't actually very particular about theory. But most of those journal, I think they are very careful. They are very particular about analysis, data analysis. They are very particular. They don't want like descriptive kind of article. They want deeper kind of analysis, like at least regression. So overcome rejection. Rejection can be positive result, sometimes better than a major correction. Okay, because you have chance to send somewhere else, but you have to make sure that you have to make note that prestigious journal can only accept 10 to 20%, not because of your article is not good, but they have to reject because that is like to show they are of prestigious journal, able to reject many percentage of paper. Then remember, very few papers are accepted without revision, so it's good if they comment you something. So act on the comment and try again. So this is what you need to do. Respond to the comment, go through review comment one by one, make a list, revise it, and if you think the comment is impossible, you just justify. And I believe the reviewer will be able to accept if you have solid reason. For example, they want you to run simple kind of thing. They want you to add on normality test, which is you think is not important for your paper because you are of high level. You just tell them you don't run because this kind of data having more than 100 number, for example, is already considered normal. Why must you run normality test? You put whatever argument you can have, so sometimes they will accept. So it does not mean that whenever they recommend, you have to amend. So you may not amend, but you have to give reason why you don't amend. So these are among Aryan. So I give 3 examples of Aryan. I print screen from Google Scholar. So you make sure each of you have Google Scholar account. So this is Pranoma, our boss. So with H index 20, he is actually a production paper. Rosrida, and I would like to thank them because most of the idea here come from them. The slide here. So Prof. Norma like to share 21 day story. She always remind us to write. If within that 21 days we stop somewhere, so we have to start all over again to make a good habit in us. So said yes, we can do it, but you can do it. Yes, it is not easy, but you can do it. And you must decide to do it. And again, this is the advice we always get. Throw enough mud on the wall. So some of the mud will stick, some will fall. So you submit as many papers as possible. Some of it will be published, some of it will maybe rejected. At least you try. So with that, I thank you everyone for, especially the organizer, RMC, NCPI office, and everyone in UiTM.
Thank you, Prof.
Yeah.
Any questions from the floor?
Oh, let's check.
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Yes.
I'm Shida from Melaka. Just now I'm sending one article at Q1 journal.
Wow.
Can you advise me how
1 month for the desk review, then see whether what is the status after that.
Okay, Prof. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, we have Naila from Pakistan. Okay. Any other question?
Assalamualaikum, Professor.
Oh,
This is Naila from Pakistan.
MashaAllah,
I just
Naila.
want to.
Alhamdulillah. Anything you would like to share? Because Naila is a good writer. She is a good writer. She came to ARI for 6 months. Within 6 months, she finished her thesis. And I don't think she skipped within that 6 months. And recently she had paper published in Q1, right, Naila?
Yes, yes.
So can you tell
The
them what's the name of the journal in case they want to publish?
Resources policy, and the acceptance rate of the journal is
Can you
29%. Acceptance rate of the journal is 29%, and it will take around less than 6 months to publish.
Wow, congratulations. So if you have you need more partner for your research, we have a long list. We have 156 here with us. Naila is
Yes.
right? You are looking into OIA countries of something on the economic growth of OIA countries?
Yes, it was for natural corruption, natural resources, and economic growth. Evidence from OIC countries.
MashaAllah. So anybody interested, you can go to Naila and we can have a partner, Pakistan and Malaysia. Oh yeah, we forgot to remind you, for journal article authorship, you should have international partner. Don't publish from the same faculty, 3 of you from the same faculty, not only from the same faculty, the same university. Okay?
Yes.
So you should have international partner in your authorship. Okay, Naila, thanks.
Yes, thank you, Prof.
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Siapa ya?
Prof, saya Ain
Ain.
from Accounting Sarawak.
Oh,
So,
Ain. Okay,
my
Ain.
question.
Yes.
I actually want to ask Prof because I'm trying to send one of my internal grant article into high impact journal. So the publisher asked me to disclose certain supporting documents. So I want to know, apart from questionnaire, what kind of supporting document too much or too little? Because they just put in the email, I should disclose other supporting document apart from questionnaire, but they didn't detail out what kind of document that I should disclose together with my paper. So that is first. Second, I'm actually very new in research. I just served UiTM for 4 years, so I want to know, because in my team I don't have any senior member like Doctor, Professor Madhya. So will this high impact journal accepting my article, because I'm yet to build my credibility inside this research area? And the last one is my internal grant is more on discussing about strategic management accounting in strategic decision making in public sector context. So I have one paper discussing on the theoretical discussion, LR, and so on. But it's more on concept paper. So just now, Prof said that we should add hypothesis development into that paper, then we can send it. So I want to know, should I add the hypothesis development in my concept paper before I sending, or I just send the discussion context of my concept paper? So that's all.
Okay, apa tadi namanya? Zanai?
Ain.
Tak apa ya. Ain from Sarawak. Okay, first question they ask for supporting document. It's not very common to have this, but what they mean supporting document, if you say supporting document, maybe the analysis that you run using SPSS, or and also the questionnaire. Questionnaire, I don't think it's supporting document because you have to have that in the appendix anyway. Tapi tak apalah, just maybe you can ask the managing editor what do you mean by supporting document. Okay, but it's not common. The word supporting document is not common. Cuma I'm worried if you don't actually provide detailed result of SPSS. That's why they ask for supporting document. That's what they mean by supporting document. Number two, in your team, you have, okay. Number two, you don't have professor.
So that's mean Doctor, so that's mean the supporting document just now maybe they refer to my methodology of running the data using SPSS, is it?
Not the methodology, the data itself, the what is it? Result of the analysis, the SPSS result. Okay, you can print screen. Perhaps they want to you on that.
I see. Okay. Because I already disclosed that in my discussion part. So I wonder if they want.
But I don't think, the word supporting document is very vague. I think the best is you can ask that, what do they want? But if you have already attached the SPSS result, you already attached questionnaire, that are the two most important things for original article. The rest is nothing. So I would really think you should go back to the managing editor. So in your, you don't have a professor, I think you have Dr. Corina in Sarawak is very hardworking, and you can always pair with us. And in fact, in this group, we have a lot of professor, but having professor in a team is not a mandatory thing. I saw a lot of my younger researcher in ARI, they publish in high-level journal without any supervision from the professor. They do better work than us because they have more time, I suppose. So there is no problem to publish a paper without a professor in a team, but having a professor is, of course, a good thing. The reason because I only attach myself with one of the very active scholar from UUM. I think his impact is H index is around 28. So when I publish with him, my paper easily cited can get cited very fast. That is only benefit of having professor in your team. And your area on SMA, strategic management accounting, strategic decision making, you want to prepare theoretical paper. If you prepare theoretical paper, no need to have up to hypothesis. You just comment the chronology or the development of studies on strategic management accounting. What was it before? What is it now? What are the lacking? So actually your critical literature review can be a good paper by itself. If you look at one of my students just now, they just review the theory on fraud and the paper accepted at that present state. Imagine. So I truly believe that you can do that, but you don't have to attach the hypothesis. Concept paper stop up the critically analyze the literature. Okay.
I see. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thanks,
have a good day.
Okay, any question? I saw my friends from Saudi. Oh no, Rihan. Salam Prof. My PC is having problem with microphone, so I need to type in the question. Can you share with us on how to produce a journal article related to social responsibility work? I'm from SKM. I reckon I'm a bit vague about this area. Can you share us how to produce a journal article? Yeah, I think we have to, Norihan, we have to, Norihan can hear, I suppose, except she cannot type. She cannot type, but she can hear. For you, Norihan, I believe that you need to do prepare an original research article. Find a topic, do literature search, provide data collection, provide what else, data collection, do the analysis, interpret the result. Then there is a better chance for you to produce, to publish in social responsibility journal with high impact factor. That is my advice to Norehan. Prepare a original research paper. I think there is a grant soon to be out, DAC, I think. Soon, I think end of the month is going to close. Why don't you prepare one paper on social responsibility or community impact project or anything related? And if you have done the original work, meaning data collection, everything, then you can have a better chance to publish. I have my boss here, Pranama. Thank you, Pranama, for the support. Yeah, Pranarati. Okay, according to Prof. Noriati, there are 160 participants. So we hope this will increase the university index journal publication this year. So we take 10%, 10% of 160. So at the end of this session, there must be 16 papers ready to be published based on the journal that we listed earlier. 10% je lah. Tapi you make sure you assume you are one of the 10%, bukan you one of the 90%. Oh, how ni Sharifah Nozehan, she is very hardworking. Please share with us how do you manage your time between admin work, teaching, and writing a journal. Actually, teamwork. Teamwork is very important because I got my paper recently accepted after 3 years. That's why I don't show you the name of that journal. It took 3 years to pre-publish and the journal is Q4. And I don't put it in the screen just now because I don't want you to waste time like what I did. You know what happened? One of my students from Unicel, he's so, I do not know, patient with that paper. So he really put effort. Then the paper just got published recently in 2020. But again, how do I manage my time? It's actually the group work. It's not me. It's not me, definitely. When in ARI, we have, of course, WhatsApp group. If someone publish in this journal, they will share, oh, my paper got published in this journal. So like, wow, cannot be. I must do that. I must get my paper published too so that I can share something. So actually, we motivate each other. And I think Dr. Zehan just joined ARI. She's very hardworking. I know she has very good writing skill, so it shouldn't be a problem. Within 1 year, you can be a production machine of journal article.